got a big goddamn problem with the news. You ready for this? The news is completely manipulated. Everything you hear every single day is designed by corporate media to do one thing and one thing only. Jesus. To keep you living in fear. Fear. Total fear. Fear, so you'll go out and you'll spend money on things you probably don't even need, things you probably already have six of, so that their advertisers will keep buying ads on their stations. Tell you one more thing. You ready for this? I'll do this all day, man.
Someone comes and steals your car out of your yard. That is not a contractual dispute. That is an actual theft. Because if they get away, the studios and the production companies get away with stealing your intellectual property. Your intellectual property could be your life story. It could be a short story. It could be a script. Or it could be a book. Like in my case, it was a script and a book, but they were copyrighted. That intellectual property, 75 years, it belongs to me. So if they can get away with stealing mine and other people's work, and the people are mad, they're very upset. Even the mobster, the Gabino family, he was on telling his story, how they stole from the mafia, how they stole from congressmen. They don't care who they steal from. The FBI agents told me they were very happy to investigate my case because they had copyrighted work and they didn't want it to be stolen, because these people are tied in, these studios, tied into politicians, tied into government officials, FBI agents and judges and all kinds of Scientologists made up of nothing but judges and lawyers. You got to realize that if people get away with stuff, it affects everyone. That if people get away with stuff, it affects everyone. The production companies and the studios, and the directors and stuff, they would buy the people's stories and they would be seen on the screen. But they decided to steal and they atrophied themselves out of business. That's why the movie theaters are empty now, and they got shitty movies. Shitty at best. Because they didn't want to buy the creativity of others. They wanted to steal it. And let's face it, if the late Michael Jackson was here, he would carry on his creativity. But he's not here, he's passed away. So all you can do now is mimic him. Some of his old work from 20 or 30 years ago. That is not creativity. That is copying, that is mimicking. And that's what happens when people steal creators' work. They cannot carry it on. They cannot eclipse the work. So look at Dark Fate. It's nothing but my old work from the 80s. Mimicking and copying like a clone some old work from 20 or 30 years ago. They've been lying to you guys because they own a lot of media. They own a lot of trolls that they put on the internet to confuse and to put out lies, and you know this. They've been lying to you guys because they own a lot of media. When they buy their work or they steal their work, they adapt it the way they want. James Cameron did not write the Terminator, he didn't create it. He doesn't even know what it is because he would not be mimicking something from 20 or 30 years ago. The first three Terminators adapted from my work. They were still using, and Genesis and Salvation, they were still using my characters, my graphics and special effects, but they tried to change the concept. That's why it crashed. And Dark Fate, the same thing. And you're gonna go and see something old and you're gonna say, oh, this is horrible because the trailer is horrible. That is not the Terminator concept, and that is not the Terminator poster. Terminator 5 is rebirth of the machines. How the new hologram Terminators come about, how they go through evolution. All machines and technology goes through evolution. It gets greater. It doesn't retard and go backwards. I can't believe you guys are asleep. I can't believe you guys are so plugged into the Matrix. Either you're desperate or you just want to believe a lie. You don't want to unplug. That's what the red and blue pill is all about. The red blood of the humans, the blue and black ink of the machines. You take the red pill and you see how deep the rabbit hole goes. You take the blue pill and go to sleep and continue to lie. You don't want to rock the boat. the first matrix, that is the real matrix. 2 and 3, garbage. Terminator, the first 3 Terminators. Salvation, Genesis, Dark Fate, garbage. That's all it is. Garbage to get your money, to make you think that you're going to get a real Gucci, you're going to get a real Pepsi Cola or Coca-Cola, and all you're going to get is cola. Cola is a generic. Matrix is a generic. You can't copyright it. You can't copyright the word matrix. You can't own it because it's nothing but a generic. You can copyright Pepsi Cola, you can copyright the Matrix, which I've done, but you can't copyright the word matrix. You can't copyright the word cola. Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, RC Cola, Shasta Cola, yes, but not cola. And the people who stole, they don't understand this because it's not their creation, not their work.
I'm not calling no cops because a couple of geezers saw some people from outer space.
My husband said he saw people from outer space. They were from outer space. Get the goddamn police.
When you get syncretism, then all the other guests that you have, you will want to get quality guests, and you will be able to start your journey on the truth path with the truth, rather than with opinionated, theoretical buffoons. People who still think that the earth is an upside-down spinning Santa ball. It's absolutely appalling and disgusting that people call themselves truthers and they believe in the Jesuit Copernican satanic demonic lie of the globe, which only supports globalism, global economy, global governance, global religion, global warming, which are all a farce and absolutely detrimental to mankind. And now look what we've got. We've got a global government who, from the Vatican, sends orders, social distancing. Right, all the foot soldiers enforce social distancing. Wear a mask. Right, so all these dickheads go around wearing masks. And why? Because they think they are trying to fall off the bottom of a Santa ball. You know, it's so pathetic that these degenerate, empty-headed imbeciles laugh flat at us saying, well, won't you fall off the edge of the earth? No one falls off something that is horizontal. If you're standing on a table, when I go to bed on my horizontal bed, I don't fall off and pick myself up and go, got my head on the ground because I'm so stupid that I fall off something that's horizontal. The idiots that are going to fall off are the idiots that are spinning upside down on their freaking Santa ball. They laugh at you who are standing vertical on a horizontal stationary earth, and yet they're spinning, rotating, orbiting, thrusting, hurtling through space at breakneck speed, and they think they're not going to fall off their freaking Santa ball. What a freaking retarded imbeciles. I laugh at you, you degenerate piece of shit. I laugh at you. I'm the one that's having a laugh. You're upside down spinning and wobbling and hurtling, and you're laughing at us who are still vertical, horizontal, and will never ever need to go to the edge because we're living here where there is no edge. You dumb pieces of shit. We're the ones who are laughing at you, degenerates, morons, upside down spinning freaking retards. We're the ones that will have the last laugh. And by the way, you, whoever you are, globetard, your ancestors will be rolling in their graves how degenerate and stupid you are, that you have turned your back on the most ancient of all teachings, that the earth is horizontal and stationary. All your ancestors who were intelligent, who built pyramids and had great technology, they are rolling in their graves at your stupidity, that you will accept any kind of buffoonery that comes along, that you get educated in your indoctrination camps called schools, and you go repeating that bullshit.
Those of us of the light are beginning to speak more openly and disclose various things. the effects and the ripples and the fractals as they spread out across the earth are changing the world.
When he sent Adam alayhi salam from Jannah to live on earth, he and his wife, he said, وَلَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مُسْتَقَرٌّ وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَىٰ حِينٍ, that the earth will sustain human life for only a certain period of time. The earth will not sustain human life forever. In Surah Al-Kahf, we are told something even more. Surah Al-Kahf is the surah of the Quran par excellence, which explains Akhir al-Zaman.
I know you're out. I can feel it now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.
You have intelligence. You have perception. You have great tenacity. Great tenacity.